Namaste. A warm welcome. I have not come in for some of my talks for some time now. You could call it procrastinating or, that I was going through my own thing, but no, I was not procrastinating. I had a lot of things happening in my space, and I wanted to be in the right frame of mind before I came on for the next session and sat here today. In my last talk, I was speaking about the art of letting go and how important it is, and how do we go about it and what we do. I spoke about the entire all my episodes are talking about the lessons I've learned in life. So the art of letting go, it's never easy. Because one of the first things that we need to do if we have to let go and move on in life is that we have to start accepting it. Can we accept what's happening in our space? It's very difficult. Simple things which is going on in our life, whether it is got to do with are we be able to forgive? Can we sit in a space of forgiveness? Are we ready to let go? All these things come into play. Only once we start letting go and moving forward, will we be able to bring peace and happiness into our space. It's very easy for us to sit and question and ask, why is this happening to me? What is happening in my space? Is this how it's supposed to be? Why can't it be like this? Why can't it be like that? What are the things that I need to do? So there are a lot of things we could be speaking about, and we could go into these zones of why. Being in those zones, the simple question that you need to ask yourself, is it helping you? The way that you're going to be helping yourself and speaking to yourself is just asking yourself, okay, now what? Now, by carrying this, by going through this whole thing, is it benefiting me? Am I happy? Am I in a space of peace? And when you realize, no, is it worth holding on to it? All of us with different phases of life go through a lot. The point comes is, are you ready to move on? And to move on, you need to let go. If you carry the baggage and if you say you hurt me and I choose to hurt you, you are sitting in a space where you're carrying it and you're not ready to let go. Times like that becomes very difficult because you are caught in the web of denial. You're caught in a space where you're not ready to accept what's happening in your life. So like I stated, the first step for you is acceptance. Once you accept, once you tell yourself, okay, this is it and this is how it is, now let me move on, you've taken your first step. Then starts the decluttering. See the relationships which are there. See the situations, the lessons it's brought for you. Have gratitude and start releasing them one by one. This is a big step to take. And many things are easy to do, but at the same time, it can be equally difficult to do. Start with the simpler ones. Let it go. Be happy. Be in a space where you tell yourself, okay, now I've cleared this. Now what do I do next? What do I work on? To work on it, you have to. And one thing that you need to know is you have to work on yourself on daily basis. It is not like, okay, today I've cleared it and now it's forgotten. It's as good as cleaning your home, dusting your home, clearing things, the unwanted paper, the garbage, the decluttering your wardrobe, removing things that is of no consequence to you. It could be as simple as your clothes that you've not used for so long. So in a similar manner, declutter your mind. Think of the things that is being stored in, the baggage that you're carrying. Think of the things that is needed. See, you cannot disconnect from all relationships. I have spoken earlier, there are some relationships that are not meant to be, and it's okay to let go. I say that it's easier said than done, and I know it. This is where you start working on yourself, asking yourself, okay, now what do I do? How do I let go? How do I take things forward? Am I ready with it? Is this the way forward? And when you start putting these things into your space, you start working with it. So every day when you take out time and you put X amount of time and you start arranging things in a particular way, you can prioritize yourself. Take time out. It could be morning, it could be evening, a time when no one's going to disturb you. It could be with your first cup of coffee or tea, or it could be in the evening when you're just sitting to mull over the day and think about what has happened, and you want to sort out your mind. It is even good not only to clear out the past, but even to clear out the day. There could be certain conversations that's happened that you didn't like. There could be some of your loved ones, friends who could have hurt you, said something to you that you're very irritated with. So in the process of clearing and doing things, please also focus on the day. It's not like we start clearing something and let the dust accumulate on another point. No. On every day, you're clearing your past, the baggage that's not needed, but also the current situation, what is happening, and how you're going to go forward and clear it and move forward. A beautiful example when I'm speaking about this is, I will come to it again, but today I feel that since I had addressed it, I would like to bring it up, is my own journey where I have worked in all these steps that I've been sharing with you all, and worked on my self-respect. So when I was working on my self-respect, today I sit in a space where I have tremendous, so if I have to put a scale of 0 to 10, and 0 is there's absolutely no self-respect. Today I sit at 10, where I have self-respect for myself, and I will not let anybody damage it or bring it down for me. Those kind of energies or people are not welcomed in my space, and I make it very clear to them. Would it hurt me? Yes. But that is because I have let my boundaries down, and I have spoken to you about boundaries. So when you keep your boundaries high and somebody has come in, and if they're hurting you, you need to check. You need to see what has happened and why are they doing this to you and why are they hurting you. So today, I was having this conversation with a friend as well as my younger son. There is something that has happened and I did not appreciate it. Wherein I was given an invite for something, and I had put a message asking about something, and I hadn't got a response to it. I felt that was very disrespectful, because it's not like I self-invited myself. There was an invitation handed over. So now it's not something that I want to say it where it's taken in a way, oh, something like this happened to her. No, please minus that out. I really don't care about it. So please minus those things out. But the point here is how I addressed, how I immediately set my boundary, and how I worked to let it go. I did not appreciate it. Point one, I immediately cut cords, and my boundaries came up that much stronger. And in the whole process, I realized that for a minute I thought I was on an ego spiral where I felt hurt that there was no reciprocation, and then I realized, no, it's not my ego. It's my self-respect standing right in front and saying, hello, acknowledge me. And the simplest thing in today's time and age is acknowledgement. If in the 24 hours in a day, if you do not have a second to put a message saying, hey, I saw your message, blah, 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 I don't have time for you either. It's as simple as that. And this is what is important. I would have not done this 10 years before, or I would have been like, no, it's okay, and I would have been upset, and I would have sulked and been very irritated, and I would have cried, and then I would have gone with a sulky face, and I'd have been cranky and I don't know what else. But not today. Has it affected me? No. Am I sitting in a space where I'm feeling I'm going to miss something? No. Have I set my boundaries? Yes. Am I carrying the baggage? No, I'm not. I'm working from a space where I'm holding my self-respect. And when I said this to my friend, she said that's the best way forward. And I'm so happy. So now, did I reach out to her for her advice? No. I wanted a sounding board because I wanted to check on myself. Am I dealing with my ego? Or who am I dealing with within me? And I realized it's my self-respect. And when I sat with my younger son, he was trying to bring out different pointers to me. I told him the same thing. I said, it's my self-respect. And if I let down my self-respect after working this long, I don't think I should be guiding anybody else on how to take care of self-respect. And I realized today, I'm so happy. Not that I need to wear a feather on my cap. I'm not saying this it's not like I want to, boast about it or make a big thing about it. It's been my journey too. If today I can sit and talk, and if today people come up to me and speak to me as a counselor, as a healer, is because I have worked on myself and I have cleared certain things in my space where I can sit and give advice to someone else. I can talk to someone else. And that is where people come up to me and say, you know what, I've just calling and speaking to you helps me sort out my mind and I'm in a better space. This could only happen to me because I have done this much work on myself. And a very, very trivial issue or a silly issue like this was something that I would not welcome in my space, which could hamper me or crush me down or put me in a space where I don't know what I'm doing. If the same situation had happened, I even asked this question to myself, if the same situation had happened and if it was from someone I really loved and cared, what would I do? In a situation like that, I think what I would have done is, first and foremost, I would have sat with it, thought about it, chewed on it, seen what are my priorities, where do I stand, is it really that important for me? I would have picked up the phone and I would have called and I would have straight away addressed it, saying, I had put this question for which I haven't got an answer. I mean, all I want is an answer. And in case if you don't have the time to give me the answer, I respect it. But I also would like to tell you that unfortunately, I don't have the time to be able to come for this. And I would have declined the whole thing out. It is not that I'm sitting in a space that I'm hurt or I'm carrying baggage. But because it's a loved one, it's someone I would have cared, I would have brought my point forward and made it very clear, saying that I hold my self-respect high. And if you don't have time for me, my friend, my loved one, I don't have time for you. It's as simple as that. It gave me clarity today of how important it is to work on yourself on a daily basis. It gave me clarity to understand the importance not only of setting boundaries and having gratitude and letting go, but know how to let go and to see from which point and angle you're working. It took me almost 24 hours to realize that I was not working with my ego, but my self-respect. That was a very big step for me. And with that, I would like to end my today's talk. I will come back for more. And I do want to put up a special read and a talk about our coming new year, 2025. But in the meantime, I end this and thank you so much for watching this and being part of this. And also, I truly appreciate the feedback and the comments I get. It helps me pick and come up with more such topics. Thank you. I wish you a lovely evening. Thank you. Namaste.